Have been in and making plenty of noise for well over an hour at this stage. It's all set up very, very nicely for the first of the quarter-finals as we take a quick check on the two teams. We'll start with Gonzaga. The defending Senior Cup champions have the luxury of including 7 of last season's maiden title winners in their matchday squad of 23 today. Captain Luke McLaughlin among 4 who started that epic decider against Blackrock at the RDS on St Patrick's Day last year. Vice-captain Aidan O'Flanagan in the centre is another. Fly-half Dara O'Dwyer came off the bench in the final last year. 2 tries and 20 points to his name in the round 1 victory over St Fintan's High School. One change of note to tell you about from that comprehensive 8-try victory, and it comes in the forward pack. Gavin O'Grady is injured, so Mossy Bruton comes into the second row. That affords a shift in the back row. Charlie Kennedy moves out from number 8 to play on the open side flank. Morgan Tyrrell switches from lock to the base of the scrum. Noah Byrne and JP Breslin are likely to catch the eye in the Gonzaga College back 3. Belvedere College came through a tough opening assignment in round 1 against Clongowes, coming from behind to lead for the first time, only with 12 minutes to go in the game. Andre Ryan converting Gordon Barr's excellent try in the corner. Ryan McCann captains the side from the second row, where he's partnered by his brother Killian. No Finn Byrne, incidentally, in the Belvos side today. His place at fly half is taken by Hugh Fitzgerald, who played at fullback against Clongowes. Tom Quinn moves from the wing to fullback, with Harry Ennis coming into the starting 15 on the wing. Dylan Lord, Marcus McCarthy, Harry Goslin and Alex Clark are all 4th years in this team, demonstrating the significant talent coming through the ranks for the lads from Great Denmark Street. Conditions this afternoon are set fair now. It was breezy, blustery and very wet around about a half an hour ago.
Are we good to go? Stay behind.
So in their traditional shirts, it will be the defending champions and their fly half, Dara O'Dwyer, to get Gonzaga underway against Belvedere College. And straight away an early touch for the fullback, Noah Byrne. Exceptional talent, brilliant balance, broken field runner into the hands of Josh Mulligan.
Off black, release!
Early touch for Jamie Shield, robust, dynamic ball carrier, real weapon in terms of his physicality and what he brings on a big hole in midfield. Lovely scything run straight through by Aidan O'Flanagan, the vice-captain. Lovely line and a brilliant pass to pick him out. Straight through the space he went. Big gap in that Belvedere College defence inside the opening 40 seconds, and it's been a bright start by Gonzaga with ball in hand here. Laying siege to that Belvedere 22 inside the opening 60 seconds.
Backwards, back!
Hand in there on the half-back was legal. It's been spilled forward and a reprieve for Belvedere. A lightning start by both teams.
Yeah, brilliant start from Gonzaga, and in fairness, really good work to scramble back by Belvedere and get back and be able to snuff out that threat. But we saw there just the intent from Gonzaga. Dara O'Dwyer, he has forwards outside him, he puts the ball across those forwards to Aidan O'Flanagan, the vice-captain, and he cuts through the defence. You just see that late line, just catches Belvedere blind. And you heard Phil Warrico say before the game, they need to try and take away the time and space, but if you're going to have that line speed, you need to have line integrity as well. And Gonzaga have the skill set to take advantage of any little small holes in the defensive line.
Get in there early, please.
Okay. A good spot and a good read defensively from Hugh Fitzgerald, as I mentioned. Ordinarily plays at fullback in this side, but in at number 10 today, and it was he who came up and made the tackle to stop O'Flanagan in his tracks.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So Matthew Doyle is ready, the man from Castleknox. Plays his Gaelic football at St Bridget's, on a scrum penalty straight away, spotted by Paul Haycock here.
Yeah, and you don't see many scrum penalties in the Senior Cup. Obviously you're only allowed to push a metre and a half, but Paul Hancock is probably one of the most experienced referees that you have at this level.
Very first thing
he's done lots of AIL or league, he's done lots of schools games, big school games, and straight away he saw something there on his side. Just the angle seems to be that the tight head side, Gonzaga, just getting a little bit over enthusiastic. So be patient.
Just come off the line.
Make sure you
go on the line.
Show a good picture to the referee as you put pressure on.
Yeah, okay. Just wait, I've got just a lace.
So a first look at the scrum, and now a first look at line out on the Belvedere College throw for Marcus McCarthy. As I said, one of 5 or 6 fourth years in this relatively young, inexperienced Belvedere College team. That's why they're thought so highly of, because there'll be a couple of years in the lion's share of them.
Stay.
Ryan McCann plays the captain's role. It's he who takes the throw from McCarthy.
Tackle now, release. Stay.
Good long presentation set up by Marcus McCarthy. The hooker again gives his side the opportunity to get something moving in attack here. Been penned back inside their opening half for 3.5 minutes. Wonderful charge down. Darrow Dwyer's going to race under the posts. Brilliant try. The man who got 20 points and a couple of tries in round 1 has got the defending champions off to the blistering start they would have craved.
Yeah, that's desperately unlucky for Belvedere, but great pressure from Darrow Dwyer. He realised it was going to be a kick, and the ball just became really slow. It was a good line-out drive by Belvedere initially, a good first carry, but then it just slowed it down too much, and that allowed him just get to the toe. Brilliant textbook block down, and gets obviously a beautiful bounce, and he has the pace. No one's going to catch him. So he's had a big start, a beautiful skip past it, leads to a line break, and now 5 points under the post, and he's going to get a conversion, you would imagine.
Yeah, much better.
Well, that is the epitome of the perfect start. All his own work, straightforward task off that trusty left boot of his, and it's a 7-pointer for the defending champions inside 5 minutes. The fly half off to a flyer.
Yeah, you just see it again. He's got no protection really. His forwards have stopped inside him. It's a lonely place to be as a 10 there, kicking off slow ball. Hugh Fitzgerald, and as I said, Darrow Dwyer spotted it early and went after that right foot and got the block down.
Well, he has stamped his mark on the game inside the opening 5 minutes. I think back to last year in the final against Blackrock, and it was the Gonzaga number 10 that afternoon, particularly in the first half. Stephen McMahon, who had a wonderful game. There's another turnover.
Yeah, but that's a really good steal by Caden McLaughlin. Just Gonzaga getting a little bit isolated, going to wait as they always tend to do. Bobby Colbert, the big back row from Belvedere, just gets in over the ball, gives them a chance to build a little bit of momentum and possession.
Well, I know we've only played 5.5 minutes, but already all those signs of the real ambition that Gonzaga have and the way they like to play. So McCarthy once more, good clean take, nice delivery, and it sets up that Belvedere College maul, which can be so destructive.
Advantage 8.
Perhaps didn't get as many opportunities they might have liked against Clongowes in round 1 to demonstrate it. Referee's playing penalty advantage here as it's taken on again by McCarthy. Good opportunity here for Matthew Doyle and his back line. Back we go for side entry penalty.
That's the first 2 lineouts have been really good drill in terms of the throw catch, but then how they built them all, and it looks something like Gonzaga are going to have to find a way to match that, because now Andre Ryan's going to put this right in the corner here, you'd imagine. They're going to go after him again here, and you got the maul first, you got a penalty advantage, then you have Marcus McCarthy, who's a real big explosive ball carrier, breaking away from that.
Just go in the corner here at the front, that's your mark.
Lots of big, powerful options.
Paul, just watch the front, hang on to the back.
All about the cohesion and coordination, but it all starts with another throw from Marcus McCarthy. Gets the instructions from Ben Murray.
In we come, Black, in we come.
Tremendous noise around the stadium inside the opening 7 minutes here. It's been a frenetic start.
In the 5.
Now, can they funnel it back via Alex Clark and set up an opportunity?
9, that's once.
One stop, says the referee, and they break through with McCarthy driving those legs beyond the tackle, and all those big Belvedere College forwards line up again. Owen McDermott and others, they've got so many weapons, and there's another penalty.
If he's in the way. Roll away.
Yeah, it was interesting that time. Gonzaga decided not to contest in the air. Their 2 second rows, Mossy Bruton and Michael Kennedy stayed down, and they initially stopped that drive.
On the line, please.
Danger here now. Belvedere going for the quick tap. Obviously, might have a trick play here.
Harry Gosling, oh, he switches one around the back. That was clever, the drive
Short.
for the line, just 2 feet short. Can they
Hands
reload?
up.
Belvedere College
No,
here.
short again.
The tight exchanges,
Hands up.
the battle of the shoulders, forcing their way to the whitewash. They don't want to get held up, so whoever takes a gamble has to get there. Ben Murray is there, 2 or 3 others in there as well. Most importantly, the referee is in a position to award the try. I think it's Harry Gosling who's going to get the plaudits here at the end of all that. 2 or 3 big men in there with the shove around, but I'm pretty sure that it's the number 8, Harry Gosling, the 4th year, who's got the try. Brilliant response.
Yeah, brilliant response. How did Gonzaga stop the first contact here? It looked like it was in, but the body position of Gonzaga is really good. But again, the patience. This is Phil Warrico down to a T. Once they get in 5 meters out, they're so patient. Really good body technique, really good ball control, and it's so hard to stop once you get in that close. And what a response from the Belvedere pack to that early setback. Just taking the game by the scruff of the neck and really putting a squeeze on Gonzaga.
That's a lovely strike. Nothing easy in these blustery conditions. Hard to get a read on the wind that's swirling around and quite changeable, but that's a lovely strike from Andre Ryan. 7 points apiece. Early indicators, 9.5 minutes in. This could be quite a contest.
Yeah, Andre Ryan's a key man for Belvedere. Centre who takes on a lot of the exits, a lot of kicking, but obviously a goal kicker as well. His father was a very good player for Leinster, Mano Ryan, and his uncle, the late Jerry Ryan, a broadcaster.
He scored a try in the quarter-final against St Michael's last year. Andre Ryan, vice-captain this year, now in 6th year. 7 points apiece. Opening 10 minutes have flown by here. It's been good stuff.
Use it now. Use now. Wingers onside.
Matthew Doyle sends one skywards, holding up in the breeze. Good hand time on it. Lovely take by Noah Byrne, and away he goes. Chips it over the top. The cover back there in numbers. Brilliant handling by Killian McCann. Noah Byrne in full flight. We know all about his try-scoring ability. Mercurial player from fullback. He showed it there, but the second row did brilliantly. Owen McDermott now hands to the pump. Belvedere looking to exit again under pressure.
Yeah, that's brilliant cover in the backfield by Killian McCann. Just worked great. In fairness, it's a good exit because they're under all kinds of pressure there. Harry Ennis put huge pressure on that kick, but in fairness, the kick escort from Gonzaga just opened up a little opportunity for Noah Byrne. As you said, Conor, he loves to attack. He's a very quick player, and any chance he gets to counter-attack, he's going to try and punish Belvedere for loose kicking.
Luke McLaughlin has got a little bit too much on that.
Put him down.
It's good hands from Alex Clark, another talented player in this Belvedere team. Only a 4th year now. How about the counter-attack? The pass from Dylan Lord intended to Tom Quinn didn't quite go to hand.
Yeah, the last pass goes to ground, but some lovely play by Belvedere on that turnover ball. Obviously, it's a great source of possession to attack from, and they had numbers there. Really disappointed with themselves because they could see space. You just see this is a great pass from Andre Ryan, and then again it's just unfortunate. A little bit of sun there, I think, caught in his eye, and the fullback Tom Quinn just makes a little error. But good to see that kind of intent from their own half, and looking to get the ball to Witt.
Bind. Set.
Tom Brophy.
Far side,
the
too much
number 9
movement.
jersey again this year for
steady, far
Gonzaga.
side.
Big year, big influence he had last year in the cup winning season.
Scrum again.
Yeah, he's a quality player, but they've also a very good backup number 9, James O'Dwyer, who finished a few games last year and didn't fail to instill a little bit more speed as well. So quality players, and again, the way Belvedere or Gonzaga play, the halfbacks are absolutely key.
It's a good complaint to have at this time of year. You're never quite sure what you're going to get.
Bind.
Better to have your view of the game obscured by bright winter sun than driving rain and snow. Now there's a shove on, it can't go all the way through, has to stop, as Bernard said, after 1.5 meters, and in the hands again of O'Flanagan. A lovely little layoff out the back towards JP Breslin. That quick, fluid offloading style that Gonzaga are known for. The pass out towards Bobby Colbert, difficult one to take, and he couldn't quite grasp it.
Yeah, but they always have brilliant strike plays, whether it's off scrum or line out, and Declan Fassbender puts a huge amount of time into it. And you just see here, it's so difficult for Belvedere. We get another look at the replay. They're just flooding so many players through around the gain line, and then Lovely wants to get through. Good support. Open side wing. JP Breslin working hard. Then they try and get the ball into the other wing. Bobby Colbert, just unfortunate, just dies on his feet a little bit. But asking a lot of questions, this Belvedere defence.
Bind! Far side.
Our scrums being a real mess, haven't they? Three scrums, 1 penalty, 2 free kicks. Paul Haycock's not going to take any mess. He wants to get it settled down.
Raking kick downfield, just kept in. That's good work from Tom Brophy.
Shifted again here.
Colbert, and now they do have numbers. Noah Byrne gets his offload away. That's good cover by Belvedere, up quickly. Shut down the space that was afforded to Patrick Masterson. And now Gonzaga right on the doorstep of their own 22 and looking for a different type of exit here. Again, their first instinct is to try and play heads up, expansive stuff, and that offloading game. And that's brilliant play from Sean Hennigan to release them down this near side. And look at that for a gain of ground.
It's outside. It's outside.
What played in the 2 front rows.
No, Paul.
Sean Hennigan, he no right to break through there, and then he links with Luke McLaughlin, who was outstanding last year in the cup. But he found space, good kick downfield, but potentially it was a 2v1 here. Just see it here. Gets in support. His winger's just on his left. Yeah, he has time again. He carried that a little bit further and maybe keep it in the hand. But
let's go, fellas.
Does find a good touch, and he got a chance to go after this line out. And again, Mossy Bruton and Michael Kennedy, they'll probably go up there here because it's a little bit further from their own line. They can take the risk, put pressure on this throw.
They do, but it's a good take. McLaughlin prominent that time. And there's that physicality again that we've come to expect, not just from Belvedere College, but all the teams at this level seeking to progress. Ryan McCann.
Stay there. Stand black. Wingers on.
1 or 2 players have stayed down. One of the Gonzaga players looks to be in a little bit of difficulty. It might be Bobby Colbert, but we're up towards halfway, and Tom Brophy looking to fire this Gonzaga backline again with Darragh O'Dwyer, slings one over the top, and then the little pass out the back down into Belvedere territory and comfortably marked.
Yeah, very good cover there from Hugh Fitzgerald, but again you just see whenever Gonzaga get the ball into the hand of Aidan O'Flanagan, it looks so dangerous. He has footwork, but also he has the ability to get the ball away in contact. And worry for Gonzaga here, Mossy Bruton has been a really good player from this year, just still getting treatment.
They go quickly out of touch over on that far side, and Masterson bounces off a tackle or 2 before he's put to ground.
Leave.
Just a metre or 2 shy of halfway. Ball there again for Brophy. Skips out a couple and goes a little bit deeper and in behind, and the footwork again of O'Flanagan is there for all to see. Heavily involved in the opening 16 minutes here and finding a little bit of space. Now Colbert, his space is shut down. Lovely tackle by Harry Ennis across very quickly. Brophy once more. Hennigan.
Hands off, Black, hands off!
That's the Belvedere 10-metre line into a pack of big ball carriers in there. First knock on off Green. And we'll see another scrum, but yeah, concern for Mossy Bruton here.
Time off now. Time off.
Yeah, he's tough. He's trying to walk it off. Key line out man for Gonzaga, but even still there with a man getting it treatment. Gonzaga's intent is keep the ball in hand, and they're getting a lot of quick ball and really asking questions Belvedere defence. But so far, Belvedere scramble's been really strong.
It's a shot of Harry Goslin there, the number 8 for Belvedere College, who scored that try. He comes with a big reputation. It's been that sort of opening 16-17 minutes, 1 or 2 players taking on some water, breathing rather heavily, and 1 or 2 being attended to. I think it's Dylan Lord on the Belvedere side who's got a bang to that right shoulder. Let's hope he's okay. Another young talented player. been in and around the Leinster under-17 development squad.
I thought he was okay.
Fourth year
Just
from
wait 1
Meath.
second.
So everyone can just reset and take stock. 7 points apiece. Opening try in quick time in the 4th minute from Darragh O'Dwyer, cancelled out effectively by that Harry Goslin effort.
Stability has to improve, both sides.
Back-to-back winners of this competition, Belvedere College in 2017 and 2016. Most recently, 7 years ago, with a low-scoring final against Blackrock College, which they edged by 10 points to 3.
Set! Steady!
Off the base they come with Goslin again. He's a big ball carrier. Gonzaga will have done their homework. They'll know all about him. That's a brilliant turnover by Tom Brophy.
Okay, just wait. Yeah. Off.
Further injury concerns for Belvedere College here. It looks like a nasty injury. This is the carry again off the base from Goslin.
That's a much better
He's so
setup
explosive
from
off the back, isn't he?
Yeah,
But that's a great
let's have
tackle
it like that for the rest, all right? I'll say the same
by
thing.
Bobby Colbert. Just chops him down.
Much better at scrum time. Let's do that for the
Probably
rest of
the
the game,
same
please.
injury, I
Thank you.
think, from Dylan Lord, and he hasn't certainly done it any favours going into collision again. Doesn't look good for the outside centre for Belvedere College, unfortunately.
Did you say something to me a minute ago?
Energy sucking stuff
Yeah, it was just
in the opening 17 and a half minutes or so. Belvedere
All right.
coming into this game, as I said, off the back of that narrow defeat to Clongers. They did play Gonzaga twice over the winter months in a couple of challenge matches. Gonzaga came out in the better of those on both occasions.
Yeah, it's all right. Hold on, fella.
And it's actually not Dylan Lord, it's actually Harry Ennis wearing number 14, who's coming off, and the change is being made pretty quickly. That's disappointing then for Belvedere starting winger, so Shane Barry comes in. So Harry Ennis is off. Belvedere with some rear guard action pending as well, as we get a look at Shane Barry, the first enforced replacement of the afternoon.
In you come.
So a big opportunity then for Luke McLaughlin, short and line out.
In the air.
Player never came back to ground.
Yeah,
In the air.
nice decoy movement.
Contact.
Just finding a little bit of space, but unfortunately for Belvedere, they made contact in the air. So
Fellas, get that line out set up. Get that line out set up much
chance.
quicker. You can't be walking in and out.
go further down the line.
And that is the
I'll
option.
get them in quicker, okay?
5 or 7 in preference of.
In you come.
It's not an easy 3, but conditions certainly a lot better now than they were an hour and a half ago. There is that influential man again, Luke
Outside,
McLaughlin, wearing the armband. His brother was
Don't change,
so
don't
prominent
change
last
there.
year,
Yeah, you're
Hugo
right.
McLaughlin, in
Eight
that
to go, 8.
cup-winning side. And on they go here, trundling towards the line and picked up by the captain himself, McLaughlin. And he's gone all the way to the line, only to be held up.
Yeah, but positive sign for the Gonzaga pack there. They may be under
Really held
pressure
up.
defending the Belvedere Mall, but showing that they can do something as well when they get into that area. Just McLaughlin's unfortunate for him, he just got a little bit isolated. A good defence from Belvedere at the end. Just see here, he just breaks away. In the second here, goes to ground. He breaks off here.
Stay on the 5 now.
Really good. Throw him onto his back, actually. Very good defence from Belvedere.
Thumped downfield where it's picked up by Charlie Kennedy. Finding himself on the open side flank this afternoon, having played as number 8 in the first game at Lakelands against St. Vincent's.
Now hands off your feet. Good.
Cabinet reshuffle in the back row because of that injury in there to Gavin O'Grady, who ostensibly is the starting number 7. Hennigan again with another carry. Seen plenty of the ball. So too is O'Flanagan as a creator, and that's lovely from Byrne. Out this way to Colbert. It's another big tackle on him. Gonzaga stopped in their tracks on the 22 of Belvedere College, taken on by Shield this time, the tight head, and a turnover won really well by Harry Goslin, I think, in the thick of the action, and then it's back on the Belvedere side to Gonzaga this time. Opportunity there again, out the back it goes from Mossy Bruton.
Come back over here, knock on. Knock on, scrum green.
Knock on spotted over this way by the referee.
Yeah, Belvedere did great defence there, but unfortunately for them, they get the ball straight back to Gonzaga. It looked like the defence was a little bit short.
Yeah,
Gonzaga just couldn't get the ball to Witt.
Go up to Max just outside the 22.
2 tries in the space of the opening 8 minutes, a real frantic start, and now it's settled down into its rhythm. Real arm wrestle. A lot of the pressure being applied though by Gonzaga. A lot of the play dropping away to our left in the shadows of the stands. Brophy to feed that Gonzaga scrum, which he does. O'Dwyer now to try and fire that back line again. There's space in midfield, and straight through goes Masterson. Brophy, quick ball. They're queuing up on that far side. Cut back against the grain, and Gonzaga get their second try.
Oh, brilliant by JP Breslin in the end. It just, Belvedere were coming across so hard trying to corner flag. He just stepped back inside. But again, it's that set piece. The scrum isn't great at the wrong angle, but look at his pass from Tom Brophy, and then so many options on the line. This time it's Patrick Masterson. We've been talking about Aidan O'Flanagan earlier on in the game. He's the one who makes the breakthrough, and then just get that ball to Witt. Lovely footwork, good body angle. There's no stopping the right winger.
Prolific try scorer. Came up with a big moment in last season's final. Scored in the final against Blackrock. Scored in the first round against St. Fintan's, and here he is with the second try of the afternoon for the defending champions against Belvedere College. So it stays at the 5-pointer. 12 points to 7 is the margin, but this Gonzaga College half-back pairing of Tom Brophy and Darragh O'Dwyer creating space and time and opportunity for a lovely backline. They're great to watch. We know that. We expect that. It's in the DNA of this side over the last number of years, and it's good enough to give them a 5-point lead.
Yeah, I think Phil Warhico and Belvedere will be disappointed. They've been cut open far too often just outside that 10 channel of set piece. Their phase defence has been actually quite good, but just giving line breaks away way too early in the phase count.
Patrick Masterson, who made that break in midfield, another player back from last season with experience of those big occasions, particularly that final against Blackrock. What a final that was.
Just time off for a second.
The league final this year was another tight affair. Gonzaga coming out on the right side of it against Newbridge College. A real big fight back by Declan Fassbender's team to win it, I think, for the 6th time in 7 seasons. Relentless consistency in recent times from Gonzaga. Terranure against Michaels tomorrow, Ross Cray against Blackrock on Thursday, and then CBC Monkstown against St Mary's here on Friday to round off quarter-finals week. A couple of big teams are going to buy out of the competition in the next couple of days. As you say, Phil Warhico, I mean, they pride themselves on being so solid, so physical, strong set piece, and defensively, of course, they have been they've been caught out a couple of times.
Yeah, and you see him shaking his head there. I think he'll be really disappointed with that kickoff as well, because he knows how dangerous Gonzaga will be from these midfield scrum positions. And they're finding space up the middle, but now they might find space on the edge here.
Steady!
Well, if you were with us pre-game, that's exactly what he said in the pre-match interview. Shut down their space or we could be in big trouble.
Backwards.
That's where they find themselves through the work of Aidan O'Flanagan and others. This time the ball just gets the better of them. We'll have another look at this scrum.
Yeah, just they don't get the 9-10 right, in fairness to Aidan O'Flanagan. Even though he was going backwards there, he was actually making something good out of that, and unfortunately he's trying to offload. This is the first bad pass. Well, I think he loses in the wind, in the sun. Noah Byrne, but then here O'Flanagan, look, he's just asking questions of defenders, and just he's trying to get his hands free. The ball goes forward.
Crouch! Bind!
The pressure of the occasion gets to
Steady.
everyone. So much on the line, so much work and effort and preparation goes into getting teams this well drilled and this far in the competition. Tightest of margins often decide these big games. Now then, Belvedere, having been on the back foot, surging forward.
Not rowing.
Good response from Belvedere, just really direct play, getting a 10 over the gain line, then around the corner with forward carriers, but opens up a little opportunity for Matthew Doyle, their explosive line, to have a little peek, and Gonzaga give away. I found you as we're on the back foot.
So a brilliant opportunity here. I mentioned that swirling breeze, and the evidence of that kick, albeit he does have a huge boot, but certainly by the assistant referee's flag, what breeze there is with Belvedere in this first half. They're pinning Gonzaga back down into that far corner. Everyone on the same page here as Ben Murray delivers the call to Marcus McCarthy. It's been good so far. There's no contest this time to allow the captain Ryan McCann take that. Gonna have to break away here, and defensively, Bossy Bruton to the fore for Gonzaga.
Leave, Green, leave it, two.
Here they come again around the corner. Physicality all the way. Killian McCann, boys wearing number 4 in that second row. Here they come again. McCarthy has another go. The referee's playing the penalty advantage for Belvedere College here. Goslin's so hard to stop, and he takes 2 or 3 to bring him down. They're still a metre or 2 shy. They're going to keep it in the forwards. Tight head prop, Ben Murray has a go. Nothing doing, back we go for the penalty.
9 Green offside.
They're really putting Gonzaga to the pin of the collar to try and stop these forward drives, aren't they? Whether it's from the maul initially or the pick and go game. And this time, 10 minutes ago, they went for a quick tap.
Hands up, 7.
Get a little trick play, would have been a little more direct this time.
Plenty of moving parts, is it to be traditional straight power? There is the power from that man, Harry Goslin, and he's got a couple of tries in the quarter-final.
Wow, that's some carry. We've already seen him explode off the back of the scrum, but just there, very rarely. Dan Sheehan I've seen get over from the first initial contact when he's tapped, but they're really a sitting duck, and in fairness, that's brilliant. He just keeps his feet underneath him. Good support from player either side of him, but that's 90% of that's down to his power and Harry Goslin.
Yep, he wasn't standing on ceremony on that occasion, and Phil Warhiko looking a little more relaxed now. He'll be really pleased with that effort. No finesse required when you've got a fourth year Harry Goslin wrecking ball to crash through the defence. Not to be this time from the kicking tee, albeit there was plenty of conviction behind the strike. Flag stayed on as we look at this try again.
Yeah, he's got Caden McLaughlin on this side. I don't think they're stopping him even if he's on his own there. He's just so explosive.
Yeah, I just want to... Yeah, we'll
He's only ever going to finish in one place if there's no advertising hoardings behind the goalie. They're going straight through the clubhouse.
When you're ready.
That's unfortunate for Mossy Bruton having to go off. Obviously he picked up that ankle injury and got it strapped up, but hasn't been able to continue.
Yeah.
All good? Time on.
Milo Doherty that's come in wearing number 19 for Gonzaga, but a disappointing end to the afternoon for Mossy Bruton. First start of the cup campaign for him, and let's hope in the event that Gonzaga are to continue on their journey that he's okay.
Balls available. Stay.
Stalemate game, 12 points apiece, 2 tries apiece. O'Dwyer and Breslin for Gonzaga, 2 by Harry Goslin.
No, 19.
Confirmation of that switch in the second row.
Stand.
They might
stand.
just rejig things
No,
in that back 5, and the pack will wait and see. Noah Byrne, who hasn't had a huge amount of possession, when he has, we've seen glimpses of exactly what he can do.
Yeah, and it's the first time he's kicked it back, and a very unorthodox kick, but it's been effective, brings the play just up to 10 yards outside the 22. But his first instinct is to run.
After the ball's away from the ruck, I don't want you holding anybody.
Their kick chase was much better.
Just
because
hold
of that, he decided to put the ball on his toe.
Marcus McCarthy, as I said, in 4th year, part of the
Junior
Cup team last year that lost out to St Michael's in a replay in a semi-final. All the way over the top, and it breaks kindly for Luke McLaughlin, where he makes it his own, and then he sets about making inroads towards that Belvedere 22.
Move, tackler.
It's becoming a very big influence in the game. Ball is there and available for Brophy, and now there's lots of switching lines and support on shoulders. O'Flanagan takes it into contact just into the 22, and they recycle and go quickly again.
Hands off now.
Ben Murray in there, thought he had rights on the ball, hands away, says Haycock, and there's that little chink of light in the Belvedere College defence again off a slide rule pass along the line, brilliantly taken by Byrne, and here's Byrne again, options on the outside.
No, passes forward.
Poor pass, picked up when he's getting out dangerous, are they? They're capturing Belvedere, and whenever they go that long pass off 10, long pass from Darragh O'Dwyer, and all the backs seem to be able to come back against the grain and just pick off that Belvedere defender who's ball
Time
watching.
off. Just right there.
See, this time it's Noah Byrne getting through, and again the support in their back rows are always there. Big number 8 Morgan Tyrrell, little play out the back, just 2v1. In fairness, the scramble's coming across.
3 minutes.
The foot pass went slightly forward.
No, 3 minutes.
The
No,
most
3 minutes.
relieved man, and Donny
3
Brooke is the
minutes,
assistant
right.
referee, who didn't have to call whether that was try or foot in touch. Pass forward, so we'll go back again, but
Right. Time on.
very easy on the eye when they get that rhythm and fluidity, and they almost seem to spot the gap nice and early.
So different in how they play, aren't they? Belvedere very territory, big forward pack. And Gonzaga trying to get the ball to their wingers as much as possible.
Steady.
Styles makes fights, and this has been a really enjoyable contest.
Nothing separating them on points at this moment.
Outside.
And in fairness to Belvedere, and they've been on the canvas and under the pump, they've hit back a couple of times. Thumping kick downfield. Noah Byrne, again, he's got that radar, that antenna, and there is that willingness to run. And he's going to take on all comers here, gets as far as halfway. Picked up quickly, recycled ball, and again, that footwork there to see.
Good release.
By almost every player in that Gonzaga backline in green. O'Flanagan very prominent again, and they find the space. They're putting the ball to width. McLaughlin now with Colbert outside. This time the timing of the pass and delivery is better, and back in field, snuggled up by Hugh Fitzgerald, the Belvedere 10, in the right place at the right time. But it's another big shot across the bows from Gonzaga, a big threat they carry with ball in hand. 3 minutes to half-time, and the way this game is going, you feel the half-time whistle probably can't come soon enough for Belvedere College, as well as they've done to get themselves back to level. Under pressure again, and that will do.
Well, I think that's really smart from the Belvedere 10, Hugh Fisher, to get that ball off the field, because you just look at the body language of Belvedere, they're just putting such effort in trying to stop Gonzaga with this wide game, that it's taken a lot out of them. And in fairness, their scramble defence, getting across there to stop Colbert was incredible effort. But look at, they just want to get to half time here. And good set piece here will be a big part of that.
I need you in quicker.
Yeah, huge credit to that Belvedere defence, because they're having to watch so many different threats right across that back line. When you think that Gonzaga just want to go wide, they go straight through the middle. It's a short pass, a long pass. Really impressive variation. Ball is there, ball is out.
Leave it.
Yeah, and a sign of fatigue there. Just Belvedere completely forgot to resource the ruck.
We've a minute.
See any mixed messages there, whether they're trying to play or whether they're trying to kick. You think Gonzaga certainly would be considering taking 3 points here, or a shot at goal before half time, but I think they're going to go to the corner. They want more than 3.
There was a little bit of debate there. They feel they're in the ascendancy, and this would be a great time to score. To put that ascendancy on the scoreboard, they must feel Gonzaga here. So McLaughlin's delivery is a good one. Charlie Kennedy in there, and they get it back to the captain and hooker. And in comes the support.
Don't change, you're fine there, but don't change.
Alongside Tom Brophy, all the while scanning the options. Belvedere as yet unable to stop this rolling ball, which is still going forward, not quite gathering a huge amount of momentum. Ball goes to floor, penalty advantage.
Captain, time off.
So patient there,
Captain.
so well drilled.
It's the first time we've had a negative play here, but if it continues, somebody will be off the pitch. Are we clear? Pulling down.
Gradual progress you're making. They'll go again.
So a big warning. They can't really transgress.
Discipline now in here.
Big moments in the half, big moments in the game potentially in terms of that momentum. If Belvedere can hold out here, it'll feel like they've scored a try, but it will take all their defensive physicality and acumen and their smarts. Rinse and repeat, we've seen that somewhere before. Back through Charlie Kennedy to McLaughlin again. Ball going to ground, not illegally, that's crucial. It's there for Brophy. Masterson, they take it in tight and close.
Back foot now.
Tyrrell available, Shield is there too. And once again, we're back in situ with this battle of the shoulders, battle of the inches. Around the corner, McLaughlin difficult to stop, and drives for the line, only to get 2 feet short. Brophy wants to put some width on it. O'Dwyer out the back, through the hands. Now then, ball still live. JP Breslin, outstretched hand of Gordon Barr. What does the referee make of all that?
Yeah, it's going to be 11. He saved a certain try there.
Right.
So in the bin goes Gordon Barr. There was a certain try there for JP Breslin. Belvedere absolutely under the pump here. So same scenario, opposite side of the pitch, from the shadows into the sunshine. Will there be a change in outlook for Gonzaga here? We're well over the 35.
4+1.
Makes it slightly more difficult, but it's the same outcome.
Yep.
Now, where's the ball and all that? They've lost it. Belvedere have come up with it. Taken away by Clark. They just need to protect it here and get it off the pitch. And that will do for Matthew Doyle.
Oh, great defence from Belvedere. They'll start the second half with a man less for the next 6 minutes, I think.
Well, a pulsating game. That man in your picture takes off his scrum back. He accounted for 2 tries for Belvedere, both in reply to scores from JP Breslin and Dara O'Dwyer. Great game, second half in just a few moments. As it is, they don't just yet. Paul Haycock is ready. Anyone's guess really as to what the second 35 minutes holds here.
Stay behind him now.
Andre Ryan into what breeze there is around Donnybrook and Dublin 4 this afternoon gets Belvedere College underway. 12 points apiece.
Yeah, it's a nice composed exit there from Gonzaga from their 9. Tom Brophy just takes responsibility. You can see touch judge over there. The wind is definitely very much with Gonzaga this half, but their natural game is to run. So it'll be interesting if they try and balance that out, or they just keep doing what they're doing.
And we come.
It's definitely picked up a little in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so.
No, we're going to do that again. We're going to do that again. You can't leave the line out until the ball gets thrown in. No, there were 2 +1s. You can't leave it. There'll be a free kick the next time.
And they'll get another opportunity. Sort their numbers out.
Quite fortunate there because that ball wasn't straight anyway, but they get a second chance.
And they take it in the shape of Ryan McCann again. Can they get some forward momentum here?
Coming sideways.
One stop, says the referee, and on they go with Marcus McCarthy. He's had a good game today in the loose and in terms of his line-out duty, broadly speaking. Belvedere now, can they make a fast start to the second half, albeit down a man? And again, their opportunity to make a fast start if they can get the ball into the hands of that man, Harry Gosler, and again, ups the ante every single time. Matthew Doyle. Lowered and options out the back here, and a good tackle this time on Hugh Fitzgerald. Stops him in his tracks and brings the turnover.
Off his feet, leave the ball, leave the ball. Don't jump over him.
Belvedere trying to go with a little bit more weight, obviously into the wind. Good breakout play from the line-out from the hooker. Marcus McCarthy, I agree with you, he's been excellent, but just don't seem to have the same cohesion or danger when they go to the backs, do they? And Gonzaga look pretty comfortable trying to deal with that and eventually get a penalty.
That'll be you there.
From which they
so what happened the last time is you ended up
so
with 2 in the +1 space. Yeah,
Gonzaga
I don't know who it was, but it ended up in 2 +1s. What have we got, fellas?
Off his feet.
5, thank you. In you come.
McLaughlin, and this time they play off the top. Brophy into O'Dwyer, and they move it on swiftly this time to Charlie Kennedy, and that's good front foot ball. Lovely play by the open side and good support as well. Do they have numbers? Well, they've got plenty of pace because they've got Noah Byrne, and he gets his pass away.
Move tackler.
Gonzaga suddenly in the blink of an eye cutting through that Belvedere rear guard and just 2 metres shy of the try line, coming in search of a third try. We've seen the speed, the agility, the ball through the hands, and once again they want to play it from close quarters. They do so to O'Flanagan.
Big numbers here if they go wide.
It crashes it up and they take it around the corner. They don't need to go wide just yet, and the captain scores the captain's try. Luke McLaughlin, the first score of the second half.
Yeah, McLaughlin finishes it off, but that's a lovely play from Gonzaga. They go up the middle with Charlie McCarthy. He gets over the gain line, and that makes it, because Belvedere fold around a corner. This is the end of it here. You just see, just staying on top of Belvedere once they've got into this range. Good carry, and then McLaughlin over, but it comes from a lovely line-out ball, a lovely power play, and again they're looking to get Noah Byrne back with a mismatch, and he's up against one of the Belvedere front 5 players, and just picks him off, and then once they get in behind him, they're absolutely ruthless.
No mistake whatsoever from the cultured left boot of Dara O'Dwyer. 19 points to 12, the margin.
So every time Belvo scored, or Gonzaga scored, Belvo responded straight away. So be interested to see what they can get. Can they get a little bit of field position and get that forward pack into the game? Again, it's the second error just from the kickoff.
So here's a scrum.
Changeable conditions, as I said this afternoon, but a player of his caliber, Andre Ryan, he comes with a massive reputation. A lot of the pre-game chat around him and what he can bring in terms of his repertoire of skills. He's just got that wrong.
Set!
So it's Charlie Kennedy, as I said, he played at number 8 against St. Vincent's. He's gone to the base of that scrum with Morgan Tyrrell,
who's
ordinarily a second
you
row
come
on
up
the,
and meet
on the flank.
engagement. You hold your weight.
Following
That's
that
it.
injury, unfortunate injury to Mossy Bruton.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Steady!
So on it goes from Brophy, and eventually he'll get it back. Uncharacteristic sloppy pass from him, but again they make the best of it through O'Dwyer, and then Masterson as well, and Colbert over on that far side.
Hands off now!
Brophy now again. O'Dwyer, lots of options again. He's got Hennigan runs a good line. Kennedy in there as well. O'Dwyer once more. Byrne involved. Colbert a long way in. Both wings within a couple of meters of each other. Full expanse of the Donnybrook pitch from left to right and back again. Everything happening to the left for Brophy here. O'Dwyer, hands free, and he'll play it out the back, and this could spell danger for Belvedere. O'Flanagan can't quite get through. Important tackle that time by McLaughlin. Kennedy plays it again, and it's quick and it's swift, and it's Masterson to Noah Byrne.
It's fine.
Great tackle by Andre Ryan. Still they manufacture numbers and space, and the potential for an overlap. They're causing all kinds of problem for Belvedere, having to scramble across in numbers very quickly. Morgan Tyrrell now puts the shoulder to the pump. 7 or 8 meters shy, and they're queuing up on both sides.
Now he's away, leave it!
Potential threats.
2 out!
In goes McCarthy. Hugh Fitzgerald
back foot in here.
Gets himself out of the way before there's a penalty. And an easy access for Gonzaga. They'll have to work hard here. 6-7 meters out. Better defence. And it brings the penalty.
6.
Gonzaga regret just slowing that ball down. They're so much better when they move the ball from side to side. You mentioned it, both wingers work incredibly hard looking for mismatches, and whenever like Noah Breslin or Aidan O'Flanagan gets the ball in their hands, they're just looking for that mismatch, and very good exploiting it.
Belvedere change.
Belvedere back to 15 now.
Change first.
They're starting to get some energy off the bench, because in that last phase they just did look a little bit tired.
Freshening things up here, looks like Patrick McGrath, Callum McKinley and Callum Fitzgerald all coming in off that bench. So bringing the changes, Phil Wirahiko and his team. Gordon Barr back with us, having served his sanction.
Hold him, wait.
Marcus McCarthy among those making way for, as I said, Patrick McGrath.
Are we good to go, Johnny?
Confirmation of those switches. Calvin McLaughlin and Ben Murray also going off.
Don't slide around 3. Move! Stay.
Interesting to see the impact of the both
Hands
benches
off,
throughout the course of the afternoon. It's not just a 23-man game these days, so much of the wider squad, and
centres on side.
All resources required. Good take, well watched. Comfortable.
No, he's not on the ball.
Bobby
Leave
Colbert.
it, Black. Move 8. Leave him, don't play it into him.
Big tackle again by Harry Goslin. Just dinked over the top. All on the bounce, and watched all the way back to 5 meters.
Stand,
Fitzgerald.
Black. Stand, Black. Stand in the centre. Now play.
Brophy. O'Dwyer. Noah Byrne. Gonzaga coming forward. O'Flanagan, brilliant tackle. Really good hit. It's Gordon Barr back into the fray. 2 tackles in the space of 20 seconds. He didn't enjoy his time in the sin bin. Brophy. It's It's almost relentless at this point in time from Gonzaga, that pressure, albeit they've been forced back out the field a little bit, but they're having a virtual monopoly on possession, and they're using, as I said, all their big runners and the full width of the pitch. It's going to be tiresome for Belvedere, even with those changes. They go again, recycle, Mulligan. He's driven back, that's a good tackle. Straight in off the bench from Colin Fitzgerald. O'Dwyer again, goes flat on the line, he picks out a lovely run from Jamie Shield. Tom Quinn did really well to stop him, but is it only a speed bump on the way for a fourth try for Gonzaga, or can Belvedere turn it over? That's brilliant defence.
No, yeah, all the way after that, yes.
Super tackle, I think it was Tom Quinn on Jamie Shield, and if Belvedere can get out here again.
No advantage.
Whistle goes, we were playing a knock-on advantage.
Huge work from Belvedere to get back there and stop that line break from James Shield, but we see it here again. They're getting so much change out of this pass off 10 with different options, right flat on the gain line into that little dog leg.
Time off.
Great tackle from the Belvedere fullback Tom Quinn there. He saves his team, but Belvedere look really tired, don't they? There's just so much narrower now in defence. Aren't able to get off the line.
Oh yeah,
no,
but that's not great advantage. That's
Gonzaga are ruthless now to really go after this.
Pitch, we probably would have been advantage over.
Next 5 or 10 minutes to try and put this game away.
Yeah, it feels like a crucial juncture in the game. More and more possession, more and more options. And
here, just make sure you come up and take that hit.
It feels like it's there for the taking for Gonzaga in terms of exploiting those correct options at the right time. It served them well so far in the game. I feel there's a fourth and potentially a fifth try in this team.
They're a really skillful team, Gonzaga, aren't they? They're able to, their catch pass is so good, and they're able to exploit the space that's on the field, and they don't go into their shell. They're brave enough to throw those passes, but this game isn't over yet. I mean, if Belvo can get down the field, you'd fancy them to be able to score. Gonzaga definitely need another penalty or a try just to give them a little bit more comfort and for allow them to empty their bench.
We're still waiting, time's still off. It'll be your scrum. Yeah, not gone.
Yeah, I've certainly enjoyed it so far. It's been good fettle.
Here it is.
Contrast of styles, but styles makes fight, and Belvedere is still very much in the fight. Strapping on the right knee of Noah Byrne. Let's hope he's okay.
He's had a big game.
Good.
He looks happy enough.
Come on.
So let's hope that's precautionary. He's such a talent. A couple of brilliant tries at Lakelands in round 1. No surprise. And he's been called into the Ireland under-18 development squad. Super GA player as well. Kilmacud Crooks.
Set! Steady!
So in it goes from Matthew Doyle. No margin for error here at 19-12 behind Belvedere as we approach the 47th minute of the game in front of their own posts.
Stay! Stand, Black 16!
Fitzgerald, that will do.
Yeah, that's a good exit, to be fair, because they're into the wind there, and they just use Andre Ryan to crash it up. One phase with the forwards and then back into the pocket and drills it nice and low, trying to get his maximum distance on it. But again, it'll be interesting what Gonzaga have up their sleeve here. They've been so sharp with their little breakout plays.
Contest for it this time. A lot of change in personnel in that line-out. Milo Doherty couldn't quite get his hands on it. It's a big return for Belvedere in the context of the game and where they find themselves.
Move, tackler! Stay, wait. Stop. My God.
Connor Quinn is also in there with another injury. It's very close to where play was developing, so the referee quite right to stop things.
Yeah, I think it was Callum McKinley there who came on in the second row for for Belvedere. Just gets up and steals that, a crucial steal for them.
That last line out was as close as we had with them, being having 2 receivers. Okay, the guy coming out before the ball comes in. It was right on the line for that one. Came out before the ball came out and stayed out, so he can go out and come back in, but he can't go out and just wait for it. Yeah. Or somebody has to. Yeah.
Well, Gonzaga, as we said, eventually got over the line last year against Blackrock. I spoke about some of the successes of Belvedere College in recent seasons, 2016 and 17 in particular. They've lost a few finals in recent memory as well. 2018 against Blackrock, 2015 against Ross Cray.
Yeah, that's just that line out there. Both number 19s, I think, ended up fighting for it, but Belvedere 19, Callum McKinley got up in the air, just got in front of Milo Doherty. And Charlie Kennedy's just in a bit of trouble. He made a big run for that last Gonzaga try. Really mobile, just covers the ground really well.
Some communication taking place. Let's hope it's not the end of the afternoon for Charlie Kennedy. They've had their woes, as I said already, in that back row department. Gavin O'Grady unavailable this afternoon.
13, we played 13 minutes. Good. Time on. Let's go, boys. Sorry guys, someone watch this. Tight.
So time back on and we're ready to resume.
Bind. Set. Steady.
And it goes from Matthew Doyle, another of the Castleknock contingent in this Belvedere side. They played their Gaelic football at St. Bridget's. That penalty.
You can't turn back like that. Holding. Shot. Shot put. Yeah.
Belvedere maybe being over-reliant on Andre Ryan. They use him a hell of a lot. He just gives him a target here, but you just see just a split-second isolation. Back row can't get to him in time, and yeah, Gonzaga obviously want to make this a 2-score game, and they're going to have a shot from here.
Long way to go in this game, but this will be a big 3-pointers. It's perfectly slotted by Dara O'Dwyer to take it out to a 10-point game. A couple of scores in it now.
It's been really professional second half by Gonzaga, hasn't it? They've just dominated possession and territory, added to the scoreboard, and now throw down a gauntlet for Belvedere and see what you can do to get back into this game.
Yes, if anything, as we saw those pictures of Declan Fassbender instructing his team at half-time, they have been a little bit more pragmatic in the second half.
Move! Let him go!
Hasn't curtailed his team when they have had the opportunity to attack and play to width, but
brought in, stand!
A little bit more measured. Played the percentages at times, and it's proven to pay dividends so far. Now is there space? That's a lovely break. Brilliant break by Fitzgerald. He gets his offload away to Harry Goslin. Support required. Tom Quinn is there. Matthew Doyle, they're screaming for it on both sides. Owen McDermott takes it on. In they go to Callum McKinley now. Big tackle coming in from Doherty. Ball available again for the Belvedere College scrum half, and Doyle sets his big targets off and running again. One way, then the next. Fitzgerald. Goslin needs support, doesn't need to get isolated. Gonzaga over the ball, but it's not available. It's there again for Callum Fitzgerald. Space potentially for McDermott. They're back in the game again. The black and white of Belvedere College come all the way up the park, and that's a big moment in the game.
What a response from Belvedere. In fairness, Hugh Fitzgerald, he hasn't had great ball to play with when he's been in the front line, but when he was in the backfield there, he just showed unbelievable pace. Spotted a half a gap, got through, and who was on his shoulder? Only the big number 8, Harry Gosling. And this is where Belvedere are unbelievable in this area of the field. Just relentless pick and go, clean, carry, and then eventually it's the big loose head, just spots that quick ball, no pillar in place. And McDermott gets in, makes this game a real contest again.
Well, we did say in the first half that every time they were put to the pin of their collar, they came up with an answer of sorts, and that's a big response, a big, big riposte. Difficult angle. Oh, he's fashioned that beautifully. Gentle fade in from the left to right. It's a massive 2 points, and it's back suddenly to a 3-point game. Don't go anywhere.
Such a brave Belvedere team, isn't it? And they'll know that they finished really strong against Clongowes. They found a way to win that day, but can they do it again?
Well, they didn't get their noses in front in that game against Clongowes until the 58th minute, so they've got plenty of time here. They might not need a huge amount more time. Momentum is key, and that's a momentum coupon buster on the defensive. Gonzaga get the penalty.
Oh, great line break by Patrick McGrath, the replacement hooker. He shakes his head. Support couldn't get there in time. But now Gonzaga taking fast when we look at all the experience in his team, players who played in this cup last year, they also had a track record of winning tight games. You see to stay composed now. You can't
11 green.
Kick chase like that from kickoffs. You've got to make sure you fill that front line. And Fassbender going to the bench.
Zachary Mulligan is coming in. Off goes Bobby Colbert. So it's time for change to try and swing that little bit of momentum. And see what Gonzaga have in reserve. Oh, loose ball snaffled up by Michael Kennedy. Big tackle coming in again from McKinley. Both Colin McKinley and Colin Fitzgerald have shown up well off the bench for Belvedere.
Leave him.
Up quickly out of defence, and that creates that dog leg. It creates the space for Breslin. Scramble defence was really good. The tackle again by Tom Quinn. He's played well today, out of position as such at full back. He's normally a winger. Darragh O'Dwyer just pops one short and flat. Gonzaga take it straight flat to that line again, committing numbers, committing defenders, trying to find that space and that overlap. Brilliant take by Mulligan, only in off the bench. Took that way out in front of him. Morgan Tyrrell now inside that Belvedere College 22 again, and they go once more. Gonzaga pouring forward now, 55th minute again. Oh, big space for Brophy. Can he get there? Brilliant defence. Two players converge, and they hold up the 9 over the try line.
Everybody all right?
Brophy spotted that gap around the ruck. In fairness, Belvedere, they're so worried about the space out wide. This is a good carry here and clean, and watch Brophy. He just sees that McDermott just a little bit late.
Both offside.
He'll be at his time again. He would have stepped off his right foot because the cover is coming across from the far touchline. But again, bravery from Belvedere just to get underneath him and hold him up.
With 13 to play.
But that skill set, the pass to put JP Breslin away there, just held on to it long enough to allow the left winger to come up, Gordon Barr, and then perfect pass.
Some further attention there for the try score. I think it is Owen McDermott who took a bang, I think, in the act of scoring that try that's put Belvedere in this position. Tom Brophy so close, but real stoic, resolute defence from Belvedere. That would have been a huge moment in the game, out of nothing really from Brophy to spot that gap. Now Tyrrell has carried really well today. So to this man, Charlie Kennedy.
Play flag.
Patrick McGrath in there making a nuisance of himself.
No.
Slowing it down fractionally for Belvedere as Gonzaga come on the attack, and again numbers left and right. Another big tackle. Andre Ryan again in the thick of the action for Belvedere, this time on the defensive as O'Flanagan goes. Kennedy. Oh, there's space there. That's really good play. O'Flanagan.
Not held.
Not held. Up to 5.
No release.
Gets to ground. Is there quick ball? Is there numbers left? Belvedere scramble across to try and shut the door. Big moments in the game these, surely for the defending champions. Can they force themselves onto the front foot and into the lead again to open up that little bit of breathing space? Relentless attack, breathless at times. They're backing their forwards for now at least. And they'll go again, held up a moment ago. This time they crossed their way over. Huge moment in the game, and it's Luke McLaughlin, the captain, who's come up with his second try of the afternoon, and Gonzaga have 4, and maybe, who knows, in this roller coaster game, that is it.
Yeah, McLaughlin, he's so powerful in close, but it's just the discipline, and you see him, everyone else needs a latch, but he just goes on himself and barrels over 2 Belvedere tacklers. But again, like the lead up to that play, the scramble from Belvedere, Aidan O'Flanagan got a lovely inside ball from the scrum half, Tom Brophy, and it looked like he was destined to score, but Hugh Fitzgerald, the Belvedere 10, was in the backfield. He made the tackle. And in fairness to Belvedere, they've made Gonzaga work so hard for every score that they've got.
Not to be from the kicking tee this time from Dara O'Dwyer, but that's a big score for Luke McLaughlin, who's played a real captain's role today, as we knew he would. He's such a talented player. Still time, and plenty of time.
Stand, Green, stand.
As I said, it was only this stage of the game against Clongowes in round 1, a very talented Clongowes side, that Belvedere took the lead, but maybe 1 or 2 little decisions now going the way of Gonzaga and going against Belvedere.
I have a change coming here for Black.
Certainly, judging by the volume of support away to our right-hand side, the Gonzaga support feel now that semi-final place is theirs to lose. Charlie Lyons in for Belvedere.
Don't want to be in here when you throw a line at him. We're all good now. Players off. Yeah, you're good where you are. Stay there. Let's go. I'll get it. I know. Option is scrum or line out. Scrum option.
So scrum the option, not straight. Lost the first 1 match last year, Belvedere College against St Michael's, 19 points to 5, and then
10 minutes,
having beaten Castleknock in a really tight game the year before, lost a quarter-final to a really talented Newbridge side, and they've come up against a really strong Gonzaga outfit this afternoon. Still in the hunt.
Crouch.
Ball in the possession of the newly introduced Charlie Lyons.
Set. Steady. Hold it, Green. Wait, I'll be there.
It's going to take a lot. They'll have to throw caution to the wind a little bit. They'll have to throw those risky passes, risk and reward passes, and try and get their game breakers into the game. The likes of Gordon Barr scored a lovely try in the first round against Clongowes to salvage the game.
Tackle, release.
Lions, they'll start in with the forwards and Owen McDermott.
Right, thank you for leave it, Green, don't go in and play it.
Flat to the line from Doyle's pass goes Patrick McGrath. Lions once more. got themselves in front and got that cushion now. Gonzaga will defend with their lives. Tom Quinn.
Stay.
Lions tries to get them moving, and they are moving in the right direction, albeit slowly, but now they have penalty advantage. And that could be big. Gosling hits the line with real purpose and power.
Crawled, you can't.
They'll get good field position
You
here.
can't crawl through the tackle.
Yeah, great response from Belvedere, just starting to keep the ball now, building some really nice phases. And Gordon Barr, you flagged him. He's had a few minutes in the bin, but the rest of the game he's been excellent. Pull off some try-saving tackles and showed with ball in hand as well. He's really dangerous. And again, with all these substitutions, can Belvedere get the drill right here? Because in the first half, when they were able to catch that ball cleanly, they took a huge amount out of the legs of Gonzaga's forwards.
So no contest, and Ryan McCann
Stay there,
wins it.
Nine!
Belvedere captain.
Now you come
Back
up.
to McGrath. Now they're setting those wheels in
That
motion.
stopped once. Stay there, 3 green now.
Gonzaga managed to apply the handbrake once at
Now
least.
you want to use it.
That's the 22. Lions is poised. Here we go on the offensive. The assault led by Harry Gosling. 2 tries in that first half, and great carry by Killian McCann. Breaks that advantage line and gets it away to Owen McDermott. How about numbers to the left-hand side? Ryan pulls one out the back. It was a little bit short. Referee.
Captain.
Now that
Just
trouble
too
for
many.
Gonzaga.
No, it's just
too
not rolling
many
away quick enough on a
penalties.
quick ball.
Not rolling
The
away
tackler
this
staying
time.
there. I need him to move quicker than that. Not rolling twice in a row.
Yeah, they're on a warning now as well. And this one here, you'd imagine Ryan would be able to get it very close to the 5-meter channel. You would back against them. Oh.
Perhaps just a little bit conservative.
That might be just enough to give Gonzaga a chance to defend this.
Just a bit.
Might just change the option.
Stay, wait.
So taken, and around the front they go. Is there space there? Lovely little switch back to Patrick
Tackle,
McGrath.
release.
It was good, it was clever.
No hands.
It was inventive. Now on the follow-up.
Move, tackler.
Giving up, just not an option. It's not in the playbook for this Belvedere College side. Certainly not in the playbook or the vocabulary of Harry Gosling. Look how close they've come now. Queuing up in black and white shirts. All hands to the pump for Gonzaga here.
Short.
Cannot be held up. There's no margin for error. They won't get too many more chances. They need 2 scores. Harry Gosling close to a hat-trick, and they get over. Every time they're asked a question, this Belvedere College side come up with an answer, and this time it's Killian McCann in the engine room.
Oh, they're so brave. In fairness to Belvedere, if they don't win this, they've done themselves absolutely proud. They've no right to really be in this game, given how dominant at times Gonzaga have been, but their drill, their technical drill here, their bravery, their work rate to get him off the ground, and just patience, and eventually just there, even on his own.
Well, steadfast belief, resilience, and an absolute desire to get themselves back into the game, to stay in this competition and stay in the fight for a place in the semi-finals, and it's a 1-point game. As I said at the very, very top, and we said every year, every game, you can predict nothing except drama. Never fails to deliver. Look at the clock, 5 minutes, and a little bit more perhaps. Anyone's guess. All the momentum, all the power. Killian McCann, what a carry, what an offload. Lions, they're all queuing up. The pass goes to hand. Dylan Lord needs an option back inside. Or does he? A metre shy. They go again. Try line beckons. Brilliant defence from Gonzaga. How did they get back there? Can they withstand the tidal wave of Belvedere shirts pouring forward from every angle? McDermott needs to get it back on the Belvedere side.
Short
And he
again.
does. What a break. What an offload. What a passage of play. They must surely get there. They'll get it there.
Momentum gets him over.
Belvedere College. Killian McCann. Shoulder injury in the process of the last try. And again, they've gone 90 metres. Belvedere College have put themselves in a position to reach the semi-finals.
Oh, incredible. It's the last two kickoffs that have been able to make line breaks off. And in fairness, credit to the bench for the ones who have brought the energy to Belvedere. And it was the number 9, Charlie Lyons, was the one who had the overlap. In fairness, Gonzaga got back. They got back, but they were in the wrong area of the field. And from here, as we've seen the whole game, Belvedere just don't let you off the hook. Now, have Gonzaga got time? Have they got any energy in the legs to go and get a winning score?
I don't know if I have the energy to watch it. Pulsating finish to the game. Again, it's a look at that. Oh, goodness me.
Well, it's massive because now Gonzaga have to get a converted try if they're lucky enough or good enough to get it. The gun has been thrown down.
But it'll win.
Will they go for a short kick-off here? Last couple of times they've kicked long. They've ended up back in their own 22.
Stop it.
Injury in the backfield for Gonzaga, so clock is stopped.
Chance for everybody in green and white from Gonzaga just to reassess, and a penny for the thoughts of that man, Phil Werahiko. Of course, he's seen it time and time again down the years, but I mean, in terms of comebacks, this is right up there, and just real guts and bravery and a belligerence not to go down without a massive fight. And look where they find themselves now. We've probably, all things adjusted, got 3 or 4 minutes left yet. How many times down the years have we seen these games, these big occasions, settled by a final roll of the dice? But it's going to take something massive. Good news is we'll do it all again tomorrow with Terranure against Michaels, and then further into the week.
Yeah, and that should be an unbelievable game tomorrow. 2 top-class teams, coached by 2 brothers, Andy Skeen and Sean Skeen. They coach together in Terranure College, RFC. It should be another great encounter.
Luke McLaughlin is not in fine fettle, away to our left-hand side. John Brophy is ready. Looks like they're going to have to bring him in.
Good.
Luke McLaughlin's such a big player for them. They want to give him every chance because
time's
they
on.
know if they get possession back, he was someone who could make something happen. But John Brophy's an excellent young player as well.
2 tries for Luke McLaughlin. He must have felt.
No, move. He's trying to leave him.
His team in a position to win it, and he had, but it's been wrestled away from them.
Straight.
Well, we were talking about the performance of Marcus McCarthy, who was excellent starting hooker.
Stand.
Patrick McGrath has been excellent too in off that bench. 2 or 3 others have really played their part as well.
Tackle, move.
6-point game.
Back.
Is it enough?
Thank you.
5 tries to 4. Quick service from O'Dwyer. Change at scrum half, and there is John Brophy straight into the action. No time to get acclimatised or up to the speed of the game. It's breakneck. Will they go from deep? Can they find those gaps they found all afternoon? And O'Flanagan has found another big hole. Back inside it goes to O'Dwyer.
Hands off now, leave.
Gonzaga find that field position. They find that line break. Gliding beyond defenders. What a game Aidan O'Flanagan has had. Doherty, Brophy on his shoulders. Hands on from one of the Belvedere players, and now it's back on the Gonzaga side. Straight through the middle, potentially for Michael Kennedy.
Release now, leave, Black. Let it come.
It's slow coming back. Release is the cry of Paul Aycock, the referee, and John Brophy is sent backwards.
Step back.
Here they come again. O'Dwyer, O'Flanagan. Options left and right. They go to Mulligan. Belvedere scrambling across, trying to fill the pitch, fill that defensive line and shut the door in the faces of the defending champions, who are fighting to keep hold of their title here.
Move, Black!
Jimmy Shield. Quicker ball. O'Dwyer. All the way to the line. Doesn't want to be held up. They need to recoil and get that back on the Gonzaga side.
Back foot, Black.
Clock is in the red.
Don't want to go too wide for the conversion.
Here we go! Gonzaga get over the line! They will not give up their title without a fight, and they find a way to the line. Incredible!
Oh, that's brilliant. Unbelievable response. Aidan O'Flanagan at the heart of it, but again here it's just the ability to spot where Belvedere is short. Belvedere unbelievably narrow. And Flanagan's the one. He made the initial line break, but the pressure on this kicker now. Darragh Dwyer.
Well, as he made that break initially, I was thinking if Aidan O'Flanagan has the decisive score in this game, few would argue with him. He's been exceptional all afternoon, but it all comes down to this. Champions live to fight another day. Gonzaga march on to a semi-final